Email connections provide all of the email server information necessary for the universal controller to send emails. Email connections are used in a few ways within the controller. An email task will use the email connection to generate emails independent of tasks. An email notification uses the email connection to generate notifications related to tasks. Agents, OMS servers, and cluster nodes use the email connection to generate email notifications. And finally, system operations use email connections to generate system notifications. To reach the email connections, click the Agents and Connections icon here. From the Agents and Connections navigation pane, select System and then Email Connections. The current list of email connections will be displayed. Click on New to create a new email connection. Alternatively, you can edit an existing one by clicking the icon to the left of the name, double-clicking the name, or clicking the name once and the connection will open below. There are 4 required fields to create an outgoing email connection: connection name, outgoing mail server SMTP, SMTP port, and email address. So first, we give the connection an identifying name. Secondly, on the outgoing server SMTP field, we enter the name or IP address of the outgoing email server. Next, enter the port on the machine where the outgoing email server resides. Lastly, enter the email address of the sender. If you wish to assign the email connection to a business service, you can select one from the drop-down menu here. Ticking Enable SSL will enable SSL connectivity for your SMTP server. You can also enable Start Tls by ticking this box, which enables the use of the Start Tls command, if supported by the server, to switch the connection to a TLS-protected connection before issuing any logging commands. An appropriate trust store must be configured so that the client will trust the server's certificate. If you tick Authentication Required, a username and password will be required which the controller will use to connect to the server. Lastly, if you tick the Use for System Notifications box, this particular email connection will be used for system notifications. Please note that only one email connection can be used for system notifications. If you have selected an incoming email connection for use with an email monitor task, you will have to specify the name or IP address of the incoming mail server, IMAP, and also the IMAP port of the machine where the server resides. Optionally, you can specify a trash folder for deleted emails here. Once you have entered the details into the fields, you can then click the Test Connection button to check that your details are correct. When you have finished, click Save to save and close, Save and New to save and start a new email connection, or Save and View to save and continue viewing the same connection. The Email Templates tab provides a list of email templates that specify this email connection, and lets you create a new email template with its email connection field pre-populated with this email connection. This tab is enabled only if the email connection type equals outgoing. The Task tabs provides a list of email tasks for outgoing email connections and email monitor tasks for incoming email connections. It also lets you create a new email task from the email task list or a new email monitor task from the email monitor tasks list, with its email connection field again pre-populated with this email connection. All created email connections will be available in the Email Connection drop-down menu in any task.